Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Catty Crypto here and good morning to you. So getting on with the more current things that are going on, it seems the joint L1 task Agora text has now moved to a proposal, and one thing to always understand when looking at a proposal is what kind of proposal is it. And this is a community pool spend, specifically 908 million LUNC. And this is the equivalent of what they need to be paid pretty much to start walking down this route of a new development, a new team, and a new heading. So I think people want to see the pros and the cons from what I'm currently seeing from where I'm sitting. And the main kind of con I'm seeing is this. And I have too much information surrounding this if it's been put in place for current status, so to speak, of how things currently are according to how the community have voted. But, you know, with the reduction down to 10%, I think this needs addressing. But this is just a roadmap. So do remember that this isn't going to lead to all of this happening suddenly at once. It's going to be a process. We're going to need to support that process. So I don't really see a lot of cons here, other than the fact that we're about to pay out another substantial amount to follow a new route. And this is what I'm going to get onto shortly. As we can see, there's a team of people, and this team's been picked on the basis of trust and different things like that. So very interesting to see who made the team and where this is going to lead to. And I'm just hoping that this all leads towards more movement, because the one thing that we never really saw was anything that was going to be built that would lead to good positive movements, not only in the community, but for the coin itself, because we're all building towards this ultimate future of making Lunar Classic great again. So the one thing, and we're going to need to go over Twitter for this, the one thing I'm finding at the moment is Terra Rebels are still developing. As you can see here, they've got a post, where is it? All sorts of stuff going on this account. So developers continue to work diligently to finish spinning up of the needed backend infrastructure for Rebel Station while pushing UI updates and patches. So they've got quite a lot of feedback on this, quite a lot of likes, quite a lot of comments. So you can see there's still a lot of people that are in support of them. So I think the issue now is the community there should be a proposal put together, because we can't afford to fund two development teams. It really is as simple as that. And we can't afford to fund one development team one week and then another development team the next week. We're just going to be out of funds before we know it. And the community pool in itself is not a money tree at the end of the garden as to which we can just keep going, yeah, you know, we'll pay this out and we'll pay that out. So we do really need to start thinking very carefully as to what voting yes to a certain proposal is going to mean for the future of the coin. So I think a lot of people are confused as to, you know, does the community actually want a Rebel Station anymore? And is this something that, you know, we want to fund? Obviously, they've been paid to do this, but at the same time, is this now just causing more harm than good at this point? And, you know, I'm not telling anybody to stop what they're doing, but at the same time, I think people need to take a step back right now, understand and assess the situation, figure out where it all went wrong, and, you know, move from that point onwards, because this division has to stop and we need to get in a direction of true movement. And I believe this new L1 team is what we need right now. I believe it's what the Lunar Classic community wants right now. I think a huge pro to this is we're getting a lot for what we're paying out. I believe this is a very, very good, and I believe it's justified amount to pay out. It's been laid out pretty well, and hopefully there can be altercations made in the future that they can just put to voting and simple things can be changed. So I'm at a point now where I've been through so many weird things with different people involved with Terra rebels, and just the way that they address things, and the lack of, when we had the massive undelegation situation due to Rebel Station, they just wholeheartedly said to me, it's not our fault. You know, the community's stupid if they did that. And it's, you know, that's not the right attitude. And that's not, you know, it's not good for anyone. The fact that, so my worst fear is, and it became a reality, is that you can just be removed from the line of information. People can just remove you from certain aspects of things. So it makes it very hard for you to get information. And I don't ever want to have to go through a situation again where, you know, we just won't get AMAs because somebody said not to give it to us. And, you know, that's just not what this community is about. We should all be treated equally and treated the same. So hopefully this new L1 team it's going to get the year off to a bang. Hopefully it's a bullish move for us, but just understand that we just don't have a endless supply of funding, and it's not going to be as easy funding it in the future as it is now. It might be easier, but we just don't know where it's all going to. So just understand that, you know, if we vote for this as a community, we need to see it out. This means, like, we're always going to have people who are not happy with it and are going to suggest a new route. But, you know, if we're, the way to look at this is it's an expedition. We're getting on a boat and the boat sets sail, and, you know, you can't get off the boat until the trip's finished. And if we're funding this, then I believe that, you know, they should be left to develop what they're going to develop and see where it gets us, because otherwise we're just going to keep chopping and changing all the time, over and over and over. But I see a lot of pros with this. I don't see many cons because of the situation we are in right now. We've really pulled the short straw. We did vote no for all of this Rebel Station malarkey and everything like that. It's just, hopefully now people start to understand the severity of sometimes voting for things just on a whim, or just because it's got a certain person's name in the proposal. You know, I can trust that person, so I trust the proposal. It shouldn't work like that. Proposals should be weighted on exactly how they're written. So we're going to be going over this a little bit more. The way we normally vote is in the HCC factory, the three of us vote, but because Strafe is actually part of this proposal, he's abstained himself from it. So the vote is going to go between two of us, and we're still discussing things. It does take time for us to process stuff because we like to look into all these different kinds. So there's so many people like, you know, oh, you still haven't voted. We will vote if it's a proposal that we need to vote on, but we're not just going to vote straight away to please people or to be like, yeah, you know, we did it first. We voted first. It's not about that. It's not about being first. It's about processing stuff and understanding the effects this has to the blockchain, because we as validators who vote and then delegates who choose to vote themselves, you know, this affects us all, and it affects the people that don't vote. So we have a right to, you know, I think you get the drift, but, you know, fingers crossed on this one. New heading for 2023, new task force, really excited for this. Let me know what you think in the comments section, folks. If you want to ever got any questions or anything for me like that, just join our Telegram group. You can add me in there and I will appear and answer any kind of questions you have. We do have our own auto compounding module. We have just put links up to this on the Lunk Penguins website to make it much easier for you guys to guys and girls to jump in and out of the auto compound module if you want to use that. Folks, stay safe. Have a really nice Tuesday wherever you are. Beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me. And I'll catch you in the next one.